Hey guys, Febiven here, mid laner for H2K, and today I would like to talk about Syndra. I think Syndra right now is a really good champion in solo queue and also in competitive. She has pretty much everything you need for a mid laner. She gets outscaled by some other mid laners, but depends how you play it and depends how many skill shots you hit. But I think this champ is pretty good blind pick right now, and it's one of my favorite champions as well. In the early game, you should look to get poke off with your Q. Usually you want to hit Q on the wave and on the enemy. It's the best obviously. If you can't and you want to get the push going, you can just Q the minions because your Q only costs 40 mana. Or you can try to harass and try to get the enemy low and set up for a kill. When you have WQ, you want to use W first to slow them and then hit your Q. And afterwards you can hit your E, because it's really hard to miss your Q and E when they are slowed. And you just want to farm it out until you have lost chapter. And at level 6 you can pretty much one-shot people if you chunk them a bit before, or like you can chunk them a lot with your ult and force the enemy to base, and then you get a free push and you can base as well or even roam. In the mid game, you want to still be wave clearing the waves, have your team back you up, try to look for stuns always, try to one-shot the enemies who come inside. Don't randomly like use your ult and try to just one-shot someone with your ult, because sometimes it's not possible even though you do a lot of damage. And yeah, you can do a lot of stuff. You can even go on the side lane and push and move and try to hide for kills, because you have a lot of damage to one-shot people. In the late game, it's pretty much the same how I explained as the mid game. You want to look for those stuns. You want to look for those chunks randomly and like those one shots on enemy. If the enemy carries overstep, you can flash ulti them and pretty much one shot them, and then you have a 4v5 fight. You have to be careful though, because you can get one shot too because you're a mage. But sometimes people miss position and you have to always look out for that and try to punish their mistakes. On Syndra, the first item is Morello. You want to go for Lost Chapter into... I usually like Sword Boots because I'm fast then. It depends on my gold. If I have 1100 gold, I go Sword Shoes. If I have 900, I go Lost Chapter or Phoenix Codex. And then I just finish it into Morello. After this, if enemies have a lot of tanks, I like to go Leandri second. If they have a lot of magic resist early, I like to go Void Staff second. If they have a lot of squishies, I like to go Ludus Echo second into Death Cap or Void Staff, depending on if they have a lot of magic resist or not. So you kind of have to see, check the enemy items and build accordingly to the enemy items. And yeah, that's pretty much how you get the most damage. The key matchups are Syndra against LeBlanc. I think this matchup is really skilled. Like, LeBlanc can dodge all your spells besides your ult obviously. So usually what I do when LeBlanc jumps on me when I'm level 6, I try to just insta ulti her, and then the balls go on the ground, and then when she jumps back you can stun her and like chunk her really hard. So I think this is a really good trick people should use. Instead of just letting themselves get chunked, you should actually ulti instantly and trade back, because if you don't do this, it's really hard to hit your other spells, so she will just slowly outtrade you. There's not really a special combo, but like WQ, because you slow first then you Q. This is pretty good. Also you can W the enemy buffs or your own buffs, so you can make sure that you secure them by throwing them like far away. That's also a really good trick, yeah. I really like this champion right now. I think it's kind of balanced, because I think it's pretty hard to play besides pressing ult. Obviously, like, you still need to play well with the ultimate, and it's not like if you just press your ult you win the game. Like, you actually have to set up stuns, you have to get advantage in your lane, because you actually get outscaled by a lot of mid laners. Yeah, I think it's pretty well on the champion and really good in the meta right now.